this bill. Kia ora.
Jackie Dean.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. This bill responds to legislative weaknesses around offenders and special restricted patient management, and these weaknesses were identified in the government inquiry into matters concerning the escape of Philip John Smith, or Trainer. Agencies have since been working hard to implement the inquiry's recommendation to improve operational practices. However, we need to keep supporting that work with legislative changes to ensure something like this example cannot happen again. So I will go very briefly through the main provisions of the bill in its first reading, and the key changes authorises specified agencies to access and to use identification, including biometric information, to verify the identity of individuals within the justice system as well as at the border. It clarifies the ability of customs to collect and use and disclose biometric information about persons arriving or departing from New Zealand. It also authorises the sharing birth, death, marriage, civil union and name change information with specified agencies, clarifies that special care recipients and special patients and restricted patients may not leave their secure facility or New Zealand unless authorised, providing for the collection of biometric information from offenders to better identify those offenders at New Zealand's borders and enforce the conditions specified on those or for those individuals, authorising the sharing of photographic images of driver licence holders for law enforcement and identity verification purposes, and strengthening the standard release conditions to stop offenders on sentences or parole conditions from leaving New Zealand without written consent from their probation officers. All these measures require a number of legislative changes, and so here we are debating at first reading the Enhancing Identity Verification and Border Processes legislation bill. Another example of how this government responds to issues quickly and effectively. Thank you, Mr Speaker.